Good evening. I'm Kofi chale.news. Tonight, doctors have walked off the job at Komfo Anokye Teaching Hospital and patients are paying the price. South Africa wants to cover the hospital bills of Ghanaians attacked in xenophobic violence, but Accra hasn't even discussed it with the president yet. And the Bawku Naba has issued a stark ultimatum to the Mamprugu overlord. A lot to get through. Let's go. We start with the crisis at Komfo Anokye. Doctors at KATH, one of Ghana's only two national teaching hospitals, the main referral centre for Ashanti Region and the North, have gone on indefinite strike. The trigger, Health Minister Akando's suspension of CEO Dr. Pakwesi Baidu. This isn't a ward slowdown. This is doctors walking out with no end date. For anyone who depends on KATH right now, tonight is frightening. Full breakdown on chale.news. On the xenophobia crisis, South Africa has formally offered to pay the hospital bills of Ghanaians injured in those attacks. Sounds like progress. Except Foreign Affairs Minister Ablakwa says he hasn't even raised it with President Mahama yet. Meanwhile, some victims are still in ICUs and Ghana is covering the bills itself. The offer is on the table. Someone needs to pick up the phone. In the north, the Bawku conflict has reached the highest level of traditional authority. The Bawku Naba has told the overlord of Mamprugu directly, no blood-cleansing rites, no real peace. No response yet from the Nairi. No word from government either. When chiefs are issuing ultimatums to other chiefs, the situation is serious. 102. That's how many unofficial crossing routes the Interior Minister has flagged along the Ghana-Togo border in the Volta region. 102 gaps in our border where illegal migration and criminal activity are flowing through unchecked. He's calling for solar-powered border systems and interagency collaboration. The question is how long that takes. National Cathedral story keeps developing. There's talk of rebranding the stalled project as a National Cultural and Convention Centre. But CHRAJ already flagged serious procurement breaches and recommended investigating the Board of Trustees. And nobody has been charged. Over 100 million Ghanaian cedis in public funds, zero accountability. A rebrand doesn't change that. IMANI Africa's Kofi Bentil says Parliament may have gutted the anti-LGBTQ bill, but what's left is still enough to oppress people. The Mahama government still hasn't stated its position. The debate is far from settled. The family of Abdul Salam, the Tamale trader shot dead during an April demolition exercise, has gone public with a damning accusation. The CID is sabotaging the murder investigation. They're alleging missing witness statements and witness tampering by the accused. The case has been adjourned to July 10, adjourned while the family watches evidence apparently disappear. The Bank of Ghana has been watching politicians and economists fight over its own financial statements for over a month, and said almost nothing. Ghana is under IMF monitoring. The central bank's silence on its own accounts is not a neutral posture. It's a credibility problem. Some genuinely good news out of Accra. The AMA has signed a binding deal with New Matter Recycling Technologies to supply 100 metric tons of plastic waste daily to Ghana's first pyrolysis plant, turning non-recyclable plastics into fuel. Accra's plastic crisis is real. This is an actual industrial response to it. Days after a Takwa hotel was submerged and 11 years on from the June 3 disaster, Senor Hosi of One Ghana is asking the uncomfortable question: who in government has ever been held accountable for floods? His answer: nobody. He's calling it what it is. A governance failure, not an act of God. Unenforced planning laws, zero accountability. Every rainy season, same story. African journalists, including those accredited to cover the Black Stars, are being denied US visas or handed single-entry restrictions, despite holding full FIFA World Cup accreditation. The International Sports Press Association has written to FIFA's Gianni Infantino. FIFA hasn't responded. The World Cup starts soon. This is a disgrace. Full story on chale.news. On the pitch, all 26 Black Stars trained together for the first time Thursday at American University in Virginia. Not one player missing. Coach Queiroz ran the session. The squad moves to Rhode Island on June 12 for final preparations. The full squad is in. The mission is on. 4 final-year students at Kumasi Academy have been arrested for allegedly threatening to burn down school property during WASSCE exams. The Alumni Association is backing management. Alarming timing, and a reminder that exam pressure can boil over in ways nobody wants. Communities in Atronie, Sunyani municipality, are done waiting. They've given illegal miners 7 days to leave a forest fringe site at Ginigini, or they'll burn the excavators themselves. The Amoma River and cocoa farms are under threat. The state, they say, isn't doing enough. When communities start issuing their own ultimatums, that's where things get dangerous. We end with this. Setornam Kokodidi, former NSMQ contestant from St. Peter's SHS, has just become the first student in Academic City University's history to graduate with a perfect 4.0 CGPA, Electrical and Electronics Engineering, 91.91% average. From a $40,000 NSMQ scholarship to valedictorian, Ghana, this one's for us. That's your evening digest. Every story fully reported at chale.news. Stay informed and take care of yourselves out there.